Hey there, good looking. Join me in this leg workout using compound exercises that are functional. So everything that we do today will help you be stronger in your regular day-to-day activities. Now you need some equipment for this workout. I recommend a pair of heavy dumbbells. For reference, I have a pair of 15s. A chair or a bench. If you don't have one, no worries. There's going to be an alternative screen up here in which the couple of times that we do use a chair, I'll show you how you can do it on the ground. And then something to elevate the heels a little bit. It could be rolled towels. It could be a couple of light pairs of dumbbells to keep the heels close to the ground, but still add some elevation. And if you're watching this in real time, this is day 10 of our strong and sassy challenge. All right, let's go get warmed up. Hi there, I'm really excited to bring this workout to you, so thank you so much for joining me. Let's start down on the ground. We need to warm up the muscles, the joints, and get that connective tissue ready for the workout. Plug the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees apart under hips, starting with the hip and circle rotations. Left knee, bring it towards the wrist, rotate it nice and slow and with control, and bring the knees together. When the knees are together, let's go backwards now. So we want inside a knee parallel with the ground. When we rotate, good. One more. And backwards. Good. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Let's start by bringing that knee towards the forearm, rotate it up. You may find one side tighter and then the other direction. This is my tighter hip, so it's not moving as fluidly. Let's go forward again. And let's go back. Knees back underneath the hips. Extend that right heel, press it up to the ceiling, bring it back. Sorry, the left heel. Left, left, change legs, left. Warming up into the glutes now. Now I've designed this workout so they are in tri-sets. That means 3 sets, 2 rounds. 2 more here. Now keep the leg up, extend the leg, and bring the heel to bum, warming up into the hamstring. The first series of moves, we're making them more glute dominant exercises than the second grouping, more quad dominant, and then the final grouping more hamstring. Recognize though, especially with the glute and the hamstrings, those two kind of work together, so you're basically working everything, but a little bit more emphasis on that one area when we get there. Last one. All right, left knee underneath the hip. Now take that right heel, press it up towards the ceiling. Make sure that you don't overarch that low back, moving through the glute and hip here. Waking up the body. Okay, let's do 3 more. A third one, we'll keep it up there, okay? There's 3, 2, here we go. Keep that thigh parallel to your ground. Now extend the leg, bring the heel to the bum. And then stick around to the very end. I have a special little finisher for us. You know I love my finishers. Here we go. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Let's get into a body weight squat. Feet shoulder width or wider, toes turned out. Squat rear, maybe the arms are coming out. We're keeping that spine neutral. Working into ankles, knees, and hips. So as mentioned, our first series will be more glute dominant. However, your hamstrings are going to get a good workout too. Last 4, and 3, and 2. Bring the feet in hip width, hands light behind the ears, push the bum back for a good morning. We're actually going to do this. It'll be our last exercise in this whole workout, and it'll be weighted. So I really want you to understand a hip hinge, all right, as opposed to bending from the belly button or where the pants are resting, where your waist is. Let's do 1 more. All right, so we're starting with a single leg RDL. You can use 1 dumbbell and hold on to a wall or chair if you need assistance with your balance. Advanced people, dumbbell in each hand, please. We want those heavies. Stabilize yourself on one leg. Now I want you to bend the knee, hinge through the hip, and come back up. Now, I like to keep the leg that I'm lifting bent. I find it helps me maintain my balance better. If you're all over the place, hold on to the dumbbell with your left hand, so the leg that's lifting, and hold on to something with your right arm. So as mentioned, this is glute dominant, but you're going to feel your hamstrings. We're also getting into the hip stabilizers. So for those of you that are part of the Strong and Sassy Challenge, this week we're putting a little more emphasis, gosh, I'm all over the place, on bulletproofing your low back. And this is one of the ways. I need to focus. I'm all over the place. Let's do one more. I'm not exactly a walking, talking advertisement right now, am I? As I fall all over the place. That's okay. Real life. All right, let's do the other leg. Deal? Here we go. Shoulders pulled back and down. Come forward. And come on up. So it's just a slight bend of the knee. And then from there, that hip hinge that we just finished learning in warm-up. However, if you have been with me for any length of time, you know your hip hinges and your back thanks you for that. Now we're going to take it into a hip thrust using the edge of our chair or bench after this. However, if that doesn't work for you, you don't have chair or bench, you're going to go into a bridge pattern with the dumbbell resting on your hips for a bridge. And you'll see mini-me doing that. Let's do one more. All right, otherwise, if you're with me, we're taking ourselves so that the shoulder blades are resting on the edge. Might not be very comfortable, but you get used to it. Feet are underneath the hips, drop down. Now when we drive up, we keep the upper body looking straight ahead. So we're not rocking back, all right? So I want you to, from shoulder blades up is staying looking straight ahead. We're just moving through the hips, pushing those hips up high. Now you need more weight, right? Double up. So, good. So this is the end of set one. We'll go back into the second set. As soon as that timer goes, push through those heels, drive those hips up high, squeeze the glutes, and again, looking straight ahead. Don't move anything other than the hips. All right. Whew. Now to get out of it. All right, getting out of it's the hardest. So let's start. Plant that right leg. Left one's lifting. Ready, set. Hip hinge. Tap that toe in between. Maybe help rebalance yourself. As I said, you can hold on to something with that right hand till you're ready to look as graceful as me. I know, the kids just want to exercise just like me. Oh, it's dripping in sarcasm, by the way. 10 more seconds. I had physio done to this hip yesterday, so I'm actually going to chalk up this inability to balance on my right leg on my physio. So we'll blame Stephanie. Here we go. Left knee soft. Ready, set, 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm addicted to IMS, intermuscular stimulation. It's super deep needling, similar to acupuncture, but not really. It's super deep. Acupuncture is quite superficial. I find it such a great way to prehab my body so I don't injure myself, help with the existing sports injuries that I have, and just a way to give my body, it's really weird self-love, right? Needling your body, but it works for me. Let's do one more. All right, so we're taking it back down to hip thrust. If you're not off the chair, then you're doing hip bridge with mini-me. 1 or 2 dumbbells, totally up to you. Remember I said 1 or 2, so that means no dumbbells is not an option. Sorry if you're a beginner, but trust me, your glutes can handle it. And how we get stronger is giving them a challenge. All right, so I want you to sort of round from the shoulder blades, neck and head, so you're looking straight ahead, while you push through those heels and work and feel those glutes. Now, once you get the hips up there, can you get up there a little higher? Moving into some quad dominant moves after this, but recognize the hammies and glutes will still be along for the ride. So at any time, if you got to drop out the weight and do body weight only, go for it, okay? All right. Remember, some days are better than others, so don't worry about it. All right. We're going to use the chair if you'd like, or mini-me is doing a no chair. Let's take the dumbbell in your hands. No dumbbells for beginner. Right leg is up, laces on. Take it down and drive up. Bulgarian lunge. So, yes, quad dominant, but I'm sure you're feeling the hamstring and glute on that left leg. So at any time, get rid of one dumbbell or both. Now you have that option, mini-me up there, or you have the option with the leg up to challenge your balance, but maybe we're doing a micro front knee bend. All right, there's a lot of different ways you can work around it, so it feels good for the knee joint. Single leg drills are fantastic to help keep yourself strong and balanced. All right, got the other side. So it's just your laces resting. Don't dig your toe into your chair or bench. You're far enough forward so that when you come down, your ankle joint clears the bench when you come down. Our next move, we're going to elevate our heels for a heels elevated squat. And that's going to put, as I mentioned, more emphasis on our quads, which is what this round's all about. So those can pop up on some rolled towels, like I mentioned in the intro, light pair of dumbbells, books. All right, so we get our, whatever we're using to prop our heels up, positioned so that our heels are shoulder width. And then it's just our heels are elevated. No dumbbells for beginners, one dumbbell for intermediate advanced. From here, I want you to go all the way down. Come on, all the way. Good, now drive up. All right, so having the heels elevated is going to allow you to keep your spine in a better position, so you're not going to posteriorly tilt in the pelvis area. I need your ass all the way down though, okay? So here's a functional move, right? You want to get yourself off the ground without stressing your low back. Here you go. So after this, we move back to the Bulgarian. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Woo! I love that one for the quads. But again, you are going to feel the back of the body, all right? Just the quads, it's a little more quad dominant. All right. Right foot up on, down and up. Or again, maybe you chose not popping your foot up. Remember, whatever you choose to do, that's the right decision. Unless it's stopping, just take a break and come back, or leaving me. That's not a choice either. Other than that, every other choice you make is perfect. Whew. I get a lot of people that are concerned because some weeks they actually seem to regress in their fitness, they say, or they're not making any changes. And I keep saying, fitness isn't linear. And begin. All right. Especially over the age of 40, and in particular 50 and beyond. It's a kind of a 3 steps forward, 1 step back approach. But that's fine. We're still moving forward. We're still absorbing all the benefits of the movement that we're doing. So if you find you can't increase your weights, it's okay. You are still reaping benefits by moving your body. Whew. All right, heels elevated. Dumbbell if you're intermediate advanced. All right, feet are just shoulder width. Goblet style with the dumbbell. Take it all the way down. Again, we're going all the way. So we're moving into our final tri-set after this, and it's hamstring dominant. Remembering though that the hamstrings have been working the last 6 exercises. So we will move into a lateral lunge, which will be really good for the hammies in addition to the hips. Pardon me. And then that weighted good morning I was talking about during warm up. Let's do one more. All right. No dumbbell if you're a beginner. 1 dumbbell intermediate, 2 dumbbells advanced. I want you to simply mirror me. I'm stepping out with my left, your right. Push your booty rearward. Frame the dumbbells in the inside and outside of the calf, and then step forward, or back, pardon me. We want toes, knees, hips, shoulders squared. We're pushing the bum back. Working through the hamstring, both hip joint and knee joint. If you can take it lower without rounding the back, go for it. Whew, one more. All right, we got the other side, but I need a sip of water. So get set up, other leg, in less than 10 seconds. Everything squared to me. Ready, set, go. Last 2. One more. All right, just holding on to 1 dumbbell. If you remember the good morning, it was that hip hinge. Now to weight that, all we're doing is holding it to the chest and keeping it right beside the body the entire time. So feet apart, push your hips back, draw forward. Good. Now if you want, you can try a dumbbell on each shoulder. See how that feels if you're advanced. So very similar setup to a deadlift, but we keep the weight loaded on top the entire time, whereas the deadlift, the weight is in front. Now it's crucial that we hip hinge and not round the back. So really make sure you understand that movement before you do weight. It's important that you get the base move before you add any intensity. These are hard to hold on the shoulder. All right, lateral lunge. Give yourself some space. We're starting with that right leg of yours. 3, 2, 1. Step it out. Bum goes back. Good. Too often on exercise videos, they go straight into the advanced version and then just maybe show a screen for a second of an alternative or what they call a modification with no real explanation. So most people are just going to follow the main screen, aren't they? And you're not doing your body any good. It's crucial you get your basic movement patterns down. Your squats, your lunges, your push-ups, your rows, your hip hinges. And then we can build and have fun from there. If you're part of the Short and Sassy challenge, you'll see how we did that with the chair. We did chair cardio. It was super fun. I hope you enjoyed it. It'd be awfully embarrassing if I'm the only one that enjoyed it. Anyway, step out. Oh well, but if I am. I showed you how we started sort of base, and then each round I layered it. And that's how all fitness should be. Should meet you where you're at and then show you how to get there once you've got that base down pat. Last 10 seconds. Last one. All right. Dumbbells can sit on the shoulders if you'd like, or hold that one close to the chest. Feet hip width apart, all right? Abs engaged, hip hinge, drive up, go. I find it very troubling, especially on YouTube. A lot of people instructing videos with just music and no cues. Especially if you're over 40. That's just a recipe for injury. But there are a lot of people that just like music, so if that's your jam, I'm probably not the channel for you, am I? Woo, I'm just hugging these dumbbells in, aren't I? It probably looks pretty funny. One more. Woo. All right. Grab a sip of water. I'm not quite done with you yet. We have a little finisher that I want to do, and then we'll stretch out all the muscles we just worked. All right, grab a quick sip of water. We're moving into a finisher using the exercise get-ups. We have 4 rounds of 30 seconds. These are designed to strengthen your legs so you can get up off the mat with ease. Now, if this exercise doesn't work for you, I want you to hold on to 2 dumbbells or 1 dumbbell and do a body weight squat while we do the get-ups. With the get-ups, advanced people, I want a dumbbell in each hand. Intermediates, hold on to 1 dumbbell. And let's start down on the knees, okay? From this position, you're gonna step up. Each time we step up, it's with a different leg. In 3, 2, 1, it's up, up, down. Good, now I'm gonna lead with my other leg. If you have sensitive knees, maybe double up your mat. Or you have that option, squats with dumbbells or body weight only. Now, I recently had a really cool email from one of our Patreon patrons, and she went hiking with her son, and she's in her 70s, and she had no problem catching up because of this exercise. She says, I want you to thank you, PJ, for making me do all those get-ups. How cool is that, right? So there's functional. There you go. That's why it's functional. Here we go, round 2. Now, if you like, add a jump. That's optional. Again, it's that layering process that we've been talking about. So if you think you're too old for this exercise, you're not. Woo! All right, we're halfway. I find the get-ups are really quad dominant. Maybe you feel that too. Here we go. Number 3. Go. Yeah, I know, not much rest is there. Jump is optional. If you're doing the jump, land soft. Whew. All right, one more to go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Final one. Time. Woo! Bravo, you. Maybe grab another sip of water. Don't leave me yet. We got a few stretches to do. Woo! Cheers to you. All right, let's start with a standing quadricep stretch. So if you need to hold on to something, go for it. You can hold on, heel the bum, pull the knee back, and then squeeze the hips forward. How's that heart rate? Yeah, mine got up there. Good, now let's take this leg and I want you to step it back a good distance. Okay, come up off the heel, bring the arms in front, and let's rotate and open up, hand coming to that leg behind. Bring the hands together. Now let's rotate, opening the other side. Good, so this is a mobility drill while we also tuck the tailbone under, good, and squeeze this glute while we also get your hips flexor released. Let's do the other side. Good, other heel, start with the quad. Those movement patterns where we're rotating and moving through the shoulder and T-spine, those are mobility drills, and I implement them in a lot of my workouts because we tend to lose that mobility as we age, and that creates a lot of havoc on our shoulders. Actually, even our low back. So if we don't have the extension in our thoracic spine when we do a shoulder press, for example, because the mid-back naturally extends slightly, it's got to come from somewhere. So it's going to come from your low back. And your low back should be the stable part of movement. All right, let's step that. Right leg back now. Now drop that back knee a little bit, tuck the tailbone under and squeeze this glute. Bring the arms in front. Now rotate to the leg behind you. Good. Now rotate other side. Excellent. So this is just helping us bulletproof our low backs by, believe it or not, working on our upper back. Good job, and release. Let's take it down for some hamstring stretches. My favorite is just a simple supine leg up. Supports our back. Really allows you to figure out what feels best for your hamstring. For some, it's going to be a bent knee. For others, it'll be more of a straight leg. But just be aware that that leg that we're stretching isn't shaking. If it is, let it go a little bit. If this feels cool, you can straighten the other leg. All right, let's get into that glute now. Cross the ankle over the other thigh. Pull in for figure 4, guiding that knee in towards the outside of the shoulder. Back of the neck is long. Maybe you got to pick your head up, or maybe it's more comfortable for you to have a pillow or something underneath your head. We just don't want that front of the neck exposed. All right, lower that leg, extend the other one up. Again, maybe try a slightly bent knee. You might find that you like that better. You get more of a stretch in that hamstring. It sounds like my neighbor is mowing their lawn. Maybe you hear that on your end. All right, now let's straighten the other leg if that feels okay for you. And now there goes my dog. It's a really good thing we're not filming a stretch and release or a bedtime yoga video right now. Bella. All right, let's cross that ankle over the other thigh, pull in, and again, we're lining up that knee to the outside of the shoulder. Challengers, I'm really proud of you guys. We've been doing some hard workouts. We're on day 10, and you know, you've done so well. I love reading all the chatter on the Over 50 Fitness private Facebook group, which we've opened up for all our challengers. So please, if you haven't already, come and introduce yourself. We want to meet you. All right, knees to chest. And rock it up to a seated position. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you here on YouTube or on the Over 50 Fitness platform. And please, if you're on YouTube, you can help this video out by clicking the thumbs up button so it gets found on the YouTube algorithm. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope I get to work with you on a deeper level over on Patreon or Over 50 Fitness. All the details are down below. Mwah!